Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping into some really remarkable cosmic revelations. We've got sources here that honestly made me rethink a lot about what's out there.
Yeah, me too.
So our mission is basically to pull out the most surprising, maybe even counterintuitive, facts about space. Kind of a shortcut for you to the really wild side of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare for some, well, mind-bending stuff that might challenge how you see things beyond Earth. Okay, let's unpack this.
What's really fascinating, I think, is how our everyday rules just, break down out there. Like the first thing in these sources, the idea that space is totally silent. Is that really right? And why?
It is, yeah. And it feels weird, doesn't it? Because sound is everywhere here,
Yeah.
but space is a vacuum, pretty much absolute. There's just no air, no medium for sound waves to travel through, nothing to vibrate.
Right, no air, no sound.
Okay.
That silence is one thing, but space gets even stranger with time and motion, doesn't it? Like Venus. The sources say its day is longer than its year. How does that even work?
I know, it sounds impossible, but it's true. Venus just spins incredibly slowly on its axis, takes about 243 Earth days for one rotation.
Wow.
But it zips around the sun faster than that in only 225 Earth days. So yeah, days longer than the year. It's pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
Challenges our whole idea of how planets should behave.
It really does. Okay, so from a slow spinning planet, let's jump to the complete opposite end of the scale, extreme density, neutron stars. The sources say a sugar cube-sized piece would weigh 1 billion tons on Earth. I can't even picture that.
It's almost impossible to grasp, right? It really forces you to think about what matter can be. These are, leftover cores from massive stars after a supernova, crushed down so much that protons and electrons merge into neutrons.
Wow.
It's incredible pressure.
Exactly. But then totally the other way, you've got Saturn. It's mostly gas, super low density, so low, the sources point out, that if you had a bathtub big enough, Saturn would actually float.
Saturn floating, that's an amazing image. From a billion-ton sugar cube to a floating gas giant, it just shows the sheer range of stuff out there. It really does. And speaking of things being bigger or extending further than we think, even our own Earth has a surprise. The geocorona, that's like the outermost part of our atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. The very tenuous part.
Right. Well, it actually stretches out way past the moon, up to 630,000 kilometers out. So the moon is technically flying through Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah, in a sense it is. It blurs the line, between Earth and interplanetary space. It's not a sharp cutoff.
Definitely not. And speaking of vast things, there's that enormous water cloud mentioned in the sources, found around a black hole.
Oh, that one's incredible. Yeah, colossal cloud of water vapor.
The number was 140 trillion times the water in all of Earth's oceans. That's just
unimaginable amounts of water. And black holes, they don't just suck things in, they also mess with time itself. Einstein's relativity, right?
Yeah.
Gravity warping time.
Exactly. How does that work near a black hole, specifically?
Well, think of gravity as creating a dent in space-time. A massive object like a black hole makes a really deep dent. So deep that time itself slows down the closer you get. Time would literally pass slower for you near the event horizon compared to someone far away.
So time flies is relative, literally.
Very much so, yeah.
Okay. And something else moving, but really slowly, is our own moon. It's drifting away. About, 3.8 centimeters a year?
That's right, about 1.5 inches. Seems tiny, but over millions of years, it adds up. It actually means that eventually the moon will look too small in the sky to cause perfect total solar eclipses anymore.
Huh. So enjoy them while we can.
Exactly. But while the moon's backing away slowly, Jupiter's doing the opposite. It's spinning incredibly fast. A day there is only 10 hours long.
10 hours? For that huge planet. That's the shortest day in the whole solar system.
It is. Just shows the crazy dynamics out there.
Totally. Okay, final weird fact. This one's about smell. Astronauts coming back from spacewalks. Their suits smell like burnt steak or welding fumes.
Yeah, isn't that strange? It's thought to be from high-energy particles, solar wind and cosmic rays reacting with the suit material. Or maybe tiny particles of dust out there. It gives space a sort of scent.
A smell. Who knew?
What's fascinating here, I think, is how all these different points, the silence, the weird time stuff, floating planets, even the smell, they all just underline how complex and wonderful the universe is. And, how important it is to keep questioning what we think we know.
Absolutely. This has been quite the trip through these cosmic eye-openers, from silent space to smelly spacesuits, planets floating, time warping. It's a lot. So maybe something for you to think about. How do these huge, strange truths about the cosmos change how we see our own little world? And what other big ideas that we take for granted might be completely wrong?